Welcome. I am here to talk a little bit about back pain and how we can relieve some of that with some yoga. Who doesn't suffer from some back pain at least time to time or sometimes chronically? I know personally I've dealt with sciatic issues, severe enough that laying down on my back would trigger that and sends shooting pains down my leg and up my back. So I personally know that just from moving my body in yoga and practicing just physical intuitive movement has created this newfound relationship with my sciatic. I actually I don't have that much pain there. Occasionally it will act up, if I'm on a long flight and didn't get very much movement in a couple days, then I'll really notice it starting to act up. So I just put together a really simple sequence that you can do daily, anytime. Try it out. It's a balance of strengthening the muscles in your low back, particularly along the muscles along your spine, and then also stretching that area of the body. So when we feel good in our bodies and aren't dealing with that physical pain, then we can go to those deeper emotional levels and begin to tune into those places and ultimately heal on many different levels. I do believe physical level is definitely the place to start. So the way this will go is I will talk you through these movements, and then I'll go one more time through them in just like a gentle, easy flowing motion so you can kind of see how they fit together and create some of that fluidity in your own practice. All right, so yoga for some low back. Let's get started.
All right, make your way to child's pose. Feet together, knees wide. Let your chest fall between your thighs and your head connect or come down to the floor. You can stretch your arms long in front of you and come to your breath. Set an intention that you're releasing from your low back, letting go of anything that you're hanging on to there. As you inhale, draw yourself forward to hands and knees, and then lower your belly, lift your head, your tailbone up. Exhale, round your spine, cat, tuck your chin, draw your tailbone and the crown of your head down towards the floor. Inhale, up, cow. With your exhale, round, cat. Take a couple more like that. Use your breath to focus your attention inward and on healing. Our next place will be hovering table. Continue to lengthen your spine. Make sure your neck is an extension of your spine. Crown of your head forward. Lift your knees just about an inch. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone. Press your chest towards your thighs. Lower your heels down towards the mat. Drop your chin towards your chest. Come back to hovering table. Knees hover. Lengthen. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Inhale, come forward, hover. Lengthen, exhale, come back to downward facing dog. On our next inhale, begin to walk your feet towards your hands. Once they get there, bend your knees as much as you need to. Hang heavy. You might want to clasp opposite elbows. Maybe even rock a little bit side to side. What would feel good here? Feel the support below you. And release your neck and your shoulders as much as possible. As you inhale, lengthen, press your hands into your shins, draw your tailbone away from the crown of your head. Pull your shoulder blades together, belly in towards the spine. Exhale, round and tuck your chin, release. Again, inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, tuck your chin. Inhale, lift again. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lengthen out, exhale, fold. Come into a tiny ball, lift your heels, sit your hips down towards your ankles, and wrap your arms around your shins. Inhale, lengthen, lift halfway once again. Exhale, step your left foot back so you're lunging over your right. You want a nice long stance here, so wiggle a little bit side to side. Drop your back knee down, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana or crescent moon pose. Keep your right knee over your ankle, draw your belly in and your tailbone down towards the floor. If it feels good, you can lift your chest, maybe even let your head fall back a little bit. Press down through your feet. Stay strong in your legs as much as you're lifting up with your arms. Exhale, release your hands down to frame your right foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, keep your hips low. Inhale, right arm will come out and up. Nice, easy movements with the arm. Open your chest, not only to the side, but up. Your gaze can follow your fingertips. Nice little twist here. Exhale, look down, release your right hand down. And begin to heel toe your foot over to the left side. Your shin will come down to the mat. And then walk your back knee back at least an inch or two. The goal here is to press your right hip back and your left hip forward. You can lengthen up. You can also exhale and bow forward. Feel free to use any support in this posture as needed. You can place a block under your right hip. You can place a block underneath your forehead. Continue to breathe. Stay with your breath and the sensations of your body. This is a demonstration of a support from the block to be able to get your hips into that place where the right hip is back and the left hip is forward. When you're ready, just come to downward facing dog. Hover your right leg and lift it up and back behind you. Or you can move through hands and knees here. Extend your leg long behind you. Exhale, release your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, walk your feet forward towards your hands, just like we did before. When you get there, lift halfway, belly in, lengthen. Bend your knees if you need to. Exhale, fold. Crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back this time. Wiggle your foot where you need it. Lower your knee. Settle into your hips any way that you need to. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Tailbone down, strong legs, belly in, chest lifts. Gaze up towards your fingers if it feels okay on your neck. Continue to press your right hip forward and then engage all of the muscles along your right leg. Exhale, release. Coming into that twist, tuck your toes, lift your knee. Inhale, left arm out and up. Keep your hips low here. Gaze follows the left fingertips. Exhale, left hand comes down with your breath. Heel toe your foot, this time over to the right. Half pigeon, drop your knee, walk your knee back a little bit. Settle into your hips. Use any support that you feel is necessary here. Lengthen through your spine, right hip forward. Exhale, release and soften for a few breaths. Feel free to place a block underneath your forehead to bring the ground up closer to you. If your mind has wandered, continue to bring it back to your intention of releasing, softening. Back to downward facing dog. This time your left leg lifts. Exhale, release. Inhale, step forward to your hands again. When you get there, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back once again, and this time just fold in between your wide legs. Weight into the toe side of your foot. Head comes down, and then think about lengthening through your spine here. You can bend your knees and soften where you need to. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Take a little twist. Keep your hips as level as you can here. You'll notice it'll have a tendency to drop one side. Keep them level, lengthen through the back of your legs. Our low back is very much connected to the length in our hamstrings. So focus on those two areas. Ready to release, fold forward. Head down towards the mat. Breathe. One more option here. If you want to walk your hand towards your foot and then twist to the right, sweep down to the other side. If not, just take that twist that we did before. It's just a little bit deeper version. Release and fold forward. When you're ready, come to the top of your mat. And then step your foot back so that you're at the top of a push-up. Shoulders, hips in line. Long spine, shoulders engaged, hinge forward and back. Use your exhale to lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Zip your legs together. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards one another. Palms down, forehead down. When you're ready, lightly press into your palms. Use your inhale to lift your chest. Remember to keep your neck an extension of your spine. Lift your legs up. Think about sending your toes away from your head as far as they can, just as much as you are thinking about lifting up. If it feels good, you can lift your hands. Exhale, release. One more variation. Clasp your hands behind your tailbone. Interlace your fingers. First, rotate your shoulder blades in towards one another like you're squeezing a pencil in between. Inhale, lift your chest, and then again, lift your knees. Send your feet away from your head. Lengthen, lift a little higher. Exhale, soften and release. Inhale, come up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Sit down on your hips. Rock a little bit side to side. Shoulders back. Sit tall here. Belly super engaged. Lengthen your legs. Exhale, hands come down. Now continue to send your tailbone down to the earth. Tuck your chin and create that long extension through your spine just as we've done before. You can support your knees here with a block. We're not focusing as much on the hamstrings as we are the low back, so make sure you're getting some nice good length there. Now exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin and release forward. I'm just supporting my knees here to get into my low back, working out the hamstrings and that area, releasing and letting Any sciatic pain, release and soften with our intention and our movement. Inhale, rise up. Our next place will be to slowly lower onto our backs. You can keep your belly engaged and then release down. Happy baby. Knees come in towards you. Elbows to the inside of your knees and then reach for the outside of your feet. Here, send your tailbone down towards the floor. Lengthen through your spine. You'll notice that is a little trend throughout the sequence, is that length through the spine. We often spend a lot of time with our shoulders rolled forward in a sitting position. So this sequence is really meant to lengthen that out and get into places we don't usually. When you're ready, Shavasana. Release. Let that practice sink and soak in. Soften into your mat.
Mm-hmm.